बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो। राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो। राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो। गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो। गोविंद बोलो गोपाल बोलो। हरि गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो। गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे। You want to sing some more? You can sing some more. No, that's all right. You can sing some more. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Bolo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna
Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Gaura Bhakta Vrinda 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 Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Bolo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Bolo Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Bolo Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare
Haribo
Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Bolo Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Haribo
Hare Rama
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Haribo, Haribo.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol,
Nitai Gaura Hari
Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
Hari Bol.
Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol,
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hey, bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hey, bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Ram Rama, Hare. Hey, bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Bolo
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare
Hey, bolo
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hey, bolo
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Haribol.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Bol.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Haribo Haribo
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Bolo Ram Hare Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Bolo Ram Hare Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Bolo Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya
Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya
Bolo Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya
Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya
Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya
Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya
Bolo Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya
Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya
Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya
Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya
Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya
Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya
Bolo Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya
Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya
Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya
Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya
Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala 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 Jaya Jaya
Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya
Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya
Bolo Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya
Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hari Bol
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Gita Gaura Premanandi Ki Jai Gaura Premanandi Haribo Haribo Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Shri Krishna Bhagavan Ki Jai. Today we're hearing from Elevation to Krishna Consciousness by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. And we're reading from the fifth canto, Knowing Krishna's Energies. And Srila Prabhupada writes, for Krishna, there is no difference between material and spiritual energy. For him, it is all the same. Sometimes electricity works for cooling purposes, and sometimes it works for heating purposes. But the energy generated from the electric powerhouse is all the same. Similarly, Krishna's energy is always spiritual, but it is acting in different ways. In a town, there may be a department of welfare and a department of police. In the eyes of the government, both are the same, for both are subsidiary parts of the government. But for the individual, they render different services. The material energy may be working in different ways that may not be very pleasant to the living entity, but that does not mean that material energy is not liked by Krishna. It is as important as the spiritual energy, but it is engaged to punish the conditioned soul, just as the police department is engaged in punishing criminals. In the Brahma Samhita, it is confirmed that Krishna's energy is always spiritual, but it is acting in different ways in different fields of activities. In relation to Krishna, there is no distinction between the energies, but for our understanding, we discriminate and say that sometimes the energy is working in a material way and sometimes in a spiritual way. We are thinking that the energy is hot or cold, good or bad, pleasant or unpleasant. But in fact, the energy is the same. Krishna cannot distribute inferior energy because he is not inferior. He is always superior, spiritual, and therefore his energy is always spiritual. Subhadra is the sister of Krishna, and from her comes the incarnation of Durga Mata, the personification of material energy. Subhadra is in the spiritual world and is eternally related to Krishna as his energy. But when Durga conducts her activities here in the material world, it is not that she is to be considered inferior. In the Bhagavad Gita, as well as in the Brahma Samhita, it is said that Durga or Maya is acting under Krishna's direction. So how can she be considered inferior? Criminals may think that the police department is an inferior governmental department. Hare Krishna. But the law-abiding citizens do not think that this is so. It simply functions in a particular way. Similarly, the material energy has to act to bewilder the living entity who is under the direction of Krishna. We are the living entities within the material energy, and we are in this position because we wanted to dominate material nature. Krishna has given us the facility, saying, all right, you may try, but you cannot be successful. As long as we are in ignorance of how the laws of nature are working, under the supreme direction of Krishna, we will continue to be defeated in our activities. When we understand Krishna in perfection, we will automatically know the laws of nature and how they are and how they are acting. As long as we are in ignorance of how the laws of nature are working, under the supreme direction of Krishna, we will continue to be defeated in our activities. When we understand Krishna in perfection, we will automatically know the laws of nature and how they are acting. Vaishnavas are concerned with the background of the laws of material nature. When we understand Krishna in perfection, we can understand that there is, in actuality, no inferior or material energy, but that everything is spiritual. We can understand that on the higher platform, whatever we are experiencing are the actions and reactions of the different energies of the Supreme Lord. When we understand Krishna perfectly, then these distinctions of superior and inferior energies will disappear. Whatever is engaged in the service of Krishna is superior energy. In the higher sense, everything is serving Krishna, and those who are highly elevated understand this. That the Lord has various energies is confirmed in Vedic literatures. Yet the Supreme Lord personally has nothing to do. How is this? He has not to strive for wealth, for all wealth is his, nor for knowledge, for all knowledge is his, nor for power, for all power is his, nor for beauty, fame, or renunciation, for they are all his in full. Nor does he directly manage universal affairs, for he has many assistants who can conduct affairs while he remains in his abode. This is confirmed in Sri Ishopanishad. Anijad ekam manaso javiyo nainad deva apravam pravam arsat. Tad avato nyan yeti testat tasmin apomatariswadadati. The personality of Godhead, although fixed in his abode, is more swift than the mind and can overcome all others running. The powerful demigods cannot approach him, although in one place he has control over those who supply the air and rain. He surpasses all in excellence. Sri Ishopanishad Mantra 4. Thus, Krishna has no work to perform. As the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he simply engages in enjoying himself with the gopis, cowherd girls, and his consort Radharani. Krishna, as Krishna does not really engage in killing demons, when Krishna kills demons, he is known as Vasudeva Krishna, not the original Krishna. When Krishna expands himself, he first expands as Balarama, then Sankarsana, Pradumna, Aniruddha, and Vasudeva. As Vasudeva, he acts in he acts in Mathura and Dwarka, but as Krishna, in his original feature, he remains in Vrindavana. This may seem to be confusing. Even one of the greatest fiction writers in Bengal misunderstood and thought that Krishna of Vrindavana and Krishna of Dwarka and Krishna of Mathura were three different persons. But this is not difficult to understand if we know the nature of Krishna's expansions. Krishna is the same, and he is the one without a second. But he can expand himself in billions and trillions of forms. This is all for the purpose of his enjoyment. In the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains his different manifestations to Arjuna in this way. Of horses know me to be Uchaistraiva, who rose out of the ocean, born of the elixir of immortality, of lordly elephants, I am Airavata, and among men I am the monarch. Of weapons I am the thunderbolt. Among cows I am Kamaduk, giver of abundant milk. Of procreators I am Kandarpa, the god of love. And of serpents I am Vaisuki, the chief. Lord Krishna further enumerated the many great manifestations of the material creation and explained how each was representative of himself. He concluded a long, detailed account of these manifestations by saying, Atava bahunaitena kim gyatena tavarjuna vistabhyam idam krishnam ekam sena stito jagat. But what need is there, Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support these entire universes. Thus, this material world is existing on one plenary portion of Krishna. If Krishna didn't enter this universe, it could not exist. Similarly, unless the spirit soul, which is a fragmental portion of Krishna, enters this body, similarly, unless the spirit soul, which is a fragmental portion of Krishna, enters this body cannot exist. As soon as the spirit soul leaves the body, immediately becomes useless. When Krishna enters into matter, matter has value. This is true for the minute individual atom and the great universe as well. Since the manifestations of Krishna are so great, we should know that his enjoyment is far greater than ours. We have to try to understand what kind of enjoyment Krishna likes. Everyone knows that God is great, and we can conclude from this that his enjoyment is great also. In this regard, Swarupa Damodar Goswami has written a verse which says that although the loving affairs of Radha and Krishna may appear like ordinary material affairs, this is not actually the case. Radharani is the pleasure potency of Krishna. In the Vedanta Sutra, the absolute truth is said to be always enjoying the pleasure potency. When we want pleasure, we cannot have it alone. We feel pleasure in the company of friends or family. I may speak in a room alone, but if I speak in a room before other people, the pleasure is increased. Pleasure means that there must be others, and therefore Krishna, the absolute truth, who is always engaged in enjoying himself, has become many. We are Krishna's parts and parcels and have been created to give pleasure to Krishna. The chief pleasure potency is Srimati Radharani, and so Radha Krishna are always together, whereas the material energy is conducted by the external potency, Maya. The spiritual world is conducted by the internal potency, Radharani. We often pray to Radharani because she is the pleasure potency of Krishna. The very word Krishna means all attractive, but Radharani is so great that she attracts Krishna. If Krishna is always attractive to everyone and Radharani is attractive to Krishna, how can we imagine the position of Srimati Radharani? We should try humbly to understand and offer her our obeisances, saying, Radharani, you are so dear to Krishna. You are the daughter of King Rishabhanu. You are Krishna's beloved. We offer our respectful obeisances unto you. Radharani is very dear to Krishna, and if we approach Krishna through the mercy of Radharani, we can easily attain him. If Radharani recommends a devotee, Krishna immediately accepts him, however foolish he may be. Consequently, in Vrindavana we find that devotees chant Radharani's name more often than Krishna's. Wherever we go in India, we will find devotees calling Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe. We should be more interested in worshiping Radharani, for however fallen we may be. If somehow or other we can please her, we can easily understand Krishna. If we try to understand Krishna by the speculative process, we will have to spend many lifetimes of speculation. But if we take to devotional service and just try to please Srimati Radharani, then Krishna can very easily be realized. Radharani is such a great devotee that she can deliver Krishna. Even Krishna cannot understand Radharani's qualities. He fails to understand her because she is so great. In order to understand Radharani, Krishna actually accepts her position. Krishna thought, although I am full and complete in every respect, I still don't understand Radharani. Why is that? This obliged Krishna to accept the propensities of Radharani, and this accounts for his manifestation as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, but he is Krishna accepting the propensities of Srimati Radharani. Radharani is always feeling separation from Krishna, and similarly, in the position of Radharani, Lord Chaitanya was always feeling that separation. Furthermore, those who follow the teachings of Lord Chaitanya should experience and relish the feelings of separation, not of meeting. The Goswamis, disciples of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the most perfect and highly elevated beings, never said, I have seen Krishna. Instead, they constantly cried, where is Radharani? Where is Lalita and Vishaka and the other damsels of Vrindavana? In their mature stage of love of Godhead, when they were living in Vrindavana, the Goswamis would also cry, Radharani, where are you? Where are your associates? Where are you, O son of Nanda Maharaj? Where? This is the process recommended by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the process of worship in separation. Feeling separation from Krishna, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would throw himself into the sea. Sometimes he would leave his room in the dead of night and disappear. No one would know where he had gone, but all the while he was searching after Krishna. Thus, it is not that we are to enjoy the loving exchanges between Krishna and Radha like spectators at some sports show. We must feel separation from them. The more we feel separation, the more we should understand that we are advancing. With our material senses, we cannot see Krishna, nor can we even hear his name. We can begin to perceive him when we advance in devotional service. That devotional service begins with the tongue, not the legs, eyes, or ears. The tongue must be utilized to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and take Krishna Prasadam. Thus the tongue has a dual function, and by utilizing it in this way, we will realize Krishna. We cannot see Krishna with our material eyes, nor hear about him with material ears, nor touch him with our hands, but if we engage our tongue in his service, he will reveal himself, saying, "Here I am." This chanting of Hare Krishna extinguishes the blazing fire of material nature. This is also the purport to the following prayer to the spiritual master. Samsara dava nala lida loka, tranaya karuna gana gana tvam, paptasya kalyana gunaravasya, vande guroshi charanara vindam. The spiritual master is receiving benediction from the ocean of mercy, just as the cloud pours water on the forest fire to extinguish it. So the spiritual master extinguishes the blazing fire of material existence. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master. This material world is often compared to a forest fire, which takes place automatically. No one wants a forest fire, but there is often lightning or carelessness or friction or whatever, and the fire immediately takes place. Similarly, Jai Shri Radha Nilamadava Ki Jai. Jai Shri Radha Nilamadava Ki Jai. So, similarly, this material world is beset with a blazing fire of problems. Everyone wants to live here peacefully, but situations develop in such a way that this is not possible for anyone. We struggle very hard to adjust things in so many ways, but nature's laws are so cruel and dangerous that in spite of our hopes and plans, the blazing fire of the problems of material existence continues. In this century, for instance, we have attempted to put out the fire of war, but it has not been possible. There was a First World War, and then a League of Nations was formed to try to prevent a second. But despite their attempts, a second World War took place. Now a United Nations has been constructed to help end war, but war is going on in Vietnam, in Egypt, in Pakistan, and other places. No one wants a third world war, but it seems imminent. It is not possible to send a fire brigade, a few men with buckets of water, to extinguish a great fire in the forest. To extinguish a roaring fire, to extinguish a roaring forest fire, there must be volumes of water. In other words, there must be an arrangement that is beyond human endeavor. When there is a merciful cloud over the forest fire, the cloud bursts, rain pours down in torrents, and the blazing fire is immediately extinguished. As a cloud collects water from the ocean, similarly, the spiritual master collects water from Krishna's ocean of mercy and pours it over the blazing fire of material existence. Thus, one who bestows or distributes the merciful rain of Krishna is called a spiritual master or guru. In Vedic literatures, it is said that in order to understand the transcendental science of Krishna consciousness, we must try to acquire knowledge of how to extinguish this blazing fire of problems. Scientists, philosophers, and other educated men are trying very hard to extinguish it, but the result seems to be bigger and bigger bombs. The karmis, or fruitive laborers, are working with heart and soul, day and night, to extinguish this fire or to diminish the miserable condition of material existence by dint of hard labor. The jnanis, or philosophers, are also trying, but they have become disgusted and so proclaim, "This world is false." Thinking this, they try to merge into the existence of the Supreme, and in this way extinguish the fire. This is like the jackal who tries to pick some grapes from a vine, and when he fails, says, "Oh, these grapes are sour anyway." The yogis, or meditators, try to gain superior mystic power by becoming greater than the greatest, smaller than the smallest, lighter than the lightest, and heavier than the heaviest. But this is just so much child's play. With any material body, whether it be great or small, light or heavy, the problems of material existence still remain. And in this way, one may progress from one stage to another, coming from the stage of karmi, or fruitive laborer, to the stage of jnani, or philosopher, to the stage of yogi, or meditator. But in any case, one finally has to come to the platform of bhakti, or devotional service. This is the real evolutionary progress. It is indicated in Bhagavad Gita in this way: Bahanam janmanamante jnanavamam prapadyante vasudeva sarvamiti sa mahatma sudurlabha. After many births and deaths, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders unto me, meaning Krishna, knowing me to be the cause of all causes and all that is. Such a great soul is very rare. Surrender to Krishna is the point. That is the aim of life. And the bhaktas, the intelligent men of the world, take to this stage immediately. Therefore, Krishna says that they are wise men. If, after many, many births, one has to come to this point of surrender, then why not immediately? The blazing fire of material nature is supervised by Durga. Often she is portrayed with weapons in her hands. She has 10 hands, and each holds a different type of weapon. This indicates that she is ruling all 10 directions of this universe. She wields the different weapons to chastise the demons. There is one famous picture of a demon struggling with a lion, and the goddess Durga is pulling the demon's hair and pushing her trident against his chest. If we study this picture, we can determine that we are the demon, and that the trident is the threefold miseries of material existence, from which we are always suffering. Some miseries are inflicted by other living entities, some are inflicted by natural disasters, and some are inflicted by the mind and body themselves. In one way or another, we are always struggling against these three types of miseries. No one in the material creation can say that he is free from them. The trident of this material nature is pressed against everyone's chest, and because of this, pure happiness within this material world is not possible. We may try to satisfy Mother Durga by worshiping her or by giving her some bribe, but Durga is not so easily bribed. Therefore, we should know that our aim of life should be to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We should make every arrangement, social, political, philosophical, or religious, but the aim should be to approach the Supreme Person, Krishna. In the Vedas, it is stated that the learned, advanced people, the demigods of the creation, simply look to the lotus feet of Krishna. The aim should be the same with human civilization. Without looking to Krishna's lotus feet, all religious, social, or political endeavors will fail. It is not possible to make progress as long as our desires are anchored in the material world. In this regard, there is a story of a bridegroom's party who had to go to the bride's house down the river. It was settled that they would start at night by boat and reach the destination early in the morning. Therefore, at night, after supper, the jubilant party got aboard a boat, made themselves comfortable, and instructed the boatman to start. Since all the members of the party were seated comfortably, and since the river breeze was very pleasant, they slept soundly that night. In the morning, they all got up early, but to their astonishment, they saw that the boat had not moved an inch toward the destination, even though the boatman had rowed vigorously all night long. Finally, after inquiring, they found that despite the boatman's rowing, the boat had not moved because they had failed to raise the anchor. The marriage ceremony was thus spoiled because of a foolish mistake. Our present civilization is therefore a mistaken civilization because the mistaken leaders have forgotten to raise the anchor of attachment. Indeed, the anchor is being more and more firmly fixed because they have structured the social order on the basis of sense gratification. This sense-gratifying social and political setup, maintained by various plans and schemes, has been described in Bhagavad Gita as follows. The demoniac, taking shelter of insatiable lust, pride, and false prestige, and being thus illusioned, are always sworn to unclean work, attracted by the impermanent. Their belief is that to gratify the senses unto the end of life is the prime necessity of human civilization. Thus, there is no measurement for their anxiety. The leaders, like the boatman, are all illusioned. They mislead us into taking some temporary benefit, but how long can their plans and schemes go on? If they persist until they die of heart failure or are killed by assassins, then another just like them takes their place. Even the so-called philosophers of modern society are captivated by material name and fame, and so they do not lead the general populace in the proper direction. Thus, the anchor of life remains deeply fixed in the waters of ignorance for the purpose of sense gratification. And thus, our so-called civilization rots in a stagnant pool. Because we are not moving, we are always in the same port of problematic life. All schemes are only useless scraps of paper in the face of war, famine, earthquakes, and other disasters. All these disasters are warnings from Mother Durga, and by them she confirms her eternal superiority over the illusioned plan makers. The different weights on the anchor which keep us grounded in material life are our attachments to the material body due to our ignorance of spiritual facts, our attachment to kinsmen due to bodily relations, our attachment to our land of birth and our material possessions, our attachment to material science, and our attachment to religious forms and rituals, without knowing their true purpose, all these anchor the boat of the human body in the material universe. Sri Krishna, using the example of a strongly rooted banyan tree, advises us in Bhagavad Gita how to get rid of this attachment once and for all. The real form of this tree cannot be perceived in this world. No one can understand where it ends, where it begins, or where its foundation is. This banyan tree must be cut out with determination by the weapon of detachment. Thereafter, one must seek that situation from which, having gone, one never comes back. One must surrender to that Supreme Personality of Godhead, from whom everything has begun and is extending since time immemorial. The Personality of Godhead, who is fully cognizant of everything in his creation, informs us in our best interest that we must desire to get rid of this material existence. We must detach ourselves from everything material. To make the best use of a bad bargain, our material existence should be 100% spiritualized by constant association with Krishna's message, Krishna's devotees, Krishna's names. Therefore, everyone who ordinarily engages in material affairs can derive the highest benefit from this Krishna consciousness movement. All kinds of spiritual endeavors are more or less tinged with material contamination. However, pure devotional service is transcendental to all pollution. We need not artificially adopt principles of materialism. We need only fix our minds on the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, the Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Gaura Premanande, Haribo, Haribo, Haribo. Thank you very much, Srila Prabhupada, for such eloquent words. Only you can write like this. Hare Krishna. Are there any questions or comments? Questions or comments?
Only Prabhupada could can cut through the layers of all materialism.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he's so eloquent and authoritative in his steps.
He never